Hi, thanks for coming on. Andy speaking on Friday evening. Just coming up 7:05. Apologies I didn't get on last night. I didn't like any of today's games. Austria I just watched. I thought they were absolutely superb. Ralf Rangnick, I think what a fantastic coach he is, and you could just tell that team had his fingerprints all over it. It was exactly like the old Leipzig team when Nagelsmann was in charge of Leipzig and Rangnick was director of football or sporting director or whatever he was. I thought that was a brilliant performance, and credit to him and Austria. I hope they do really well because I like teams that play like that. Poland look old, don't they? Gone. Right, we're going to start with this. Just want to start with this because after you've seen the teams a couple of times or whatever, you do get a little sort of feel for things, and you can sort of see basically what this I haven't touched, but this was what we were anti-post. The blue ones we backed, and these are the prices they are now. And anything that's got a minus, I think obviously bodes well. It means they're going in the right direction. As you can see, Spain 9-1 anti-post 5s now. They've shortened up by 4 points. So any team that has really shortened up, or has shortened up at all, you know that I think things are looking good for them. France, nothing's changed. We've seen them once. I think that performance against Austria, now we can mark that up even more after what Austria have just done to Poland. I did think at the time it wasn't the worst performance in the world from the French, and yeah, I think we can really mark that up highly. And now when I said the other day the top three teams we've seen, I couldn't name the three. I think it's got to be four, and it's the four teams that are in black text here. Portugal 8. They've shifted 1.5 points as of Germany. I think Germany have been mightily impressive. I like what I've seen from them. Portugal, what I liked about Portugal was the fact that they went behind and came back and won. So you can't really say any negative about those three. Spain, superb first game. I thought the football last night was really, really good. I don't see them as winners. I tell you why. I think they'll run out of steam, and I think when they come up against a side maybe like these who have got a bit of a brick wall as of a defence, I think frustration could set in. But I certainly think I don't know, maybe not next World Cup in 2 years, but the World Cup, the Euros and the World Cup after that, if that team keeps progressing at a rate of knots, sort of 4 to 6 years down the line, then maybe Spain can do what they've done, early, I think it was 2008, wasn't it, and 10 and 12. They can do something similar to them, because I thought they were superb to watch. I really do, but as I say, I just worry about the age there with Spain. But fair play to them. I think they're fantastic, and if they won it, I wouldn't. No, I'm not going to say it wouldn't. It would surprise me if they won it, but in the same time, it wouldn't surprise me because they play such good football. But I just think when they come up against a wily team, I think them in Germany would be an absolutely fantastic match, wouldn't it? And I think that's penciled in for the quarters if things carry on the way they are. I think Germany-Spain quarter-final, and I think Portugal should await the winners of them in the semi. That left side of the draw is pretty tough, isn't it? England, I mean, look, what do I say? I drifted out to 5s. I said at the start this was an absolutely ridiculous price. I mean, that's what chance I gave them, and I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. I mean, and again, somebody emailed me. I only saw it this morning, but literally a couple of minutes after the match, who watched the video and said, "Yeah, you're absolutely bang right what you said about Jude Bellingham," and I take no pleasure from it. Looked a worldie against Serbia for that first half minute. Serbia stepped it up. Nowhere to be seen last night. He'll look an absolute worldie against Slovenia next week. And then when he comes up against any of these, he'll go missing. He is your classic flat track bully. Trust me, I've been through all of his stats, and against an anyway half decent side, he goes missing. And The Trent thing is an absolute joke. I mean, I've had a good look, and I mean, I think now I would play Anthony Gordon on the left, Saka on the right, Kane through the middle, and then Rice as a holder, and the two number 8s, Foden and Cole Palmer. But I'm told that he's not. A journalist friend of mine who's out there, I'm told that he's leaning towards bringing Kobe Mainoo in instead of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, I see absolutely no logic to that. I don't know. It's such a shame, but if we had an Eddie Howe in charge, I think Eddie Howe would be playing the side similar to what I've just said anyway. I think Alan Shearer said as well about Anthony Gordon out there on the width. I mean, look at what the width done for Spain last night, and we're capable of doing that, but not with the setup we've got at the moment. It is so frustrating. He's wasting these players. He's useless. He got Middlesbrough relegated, for God's sake, so come on. Italy, less than impressed with them last night against Spain, I have to say. When they did put it on Spain towards the end, they could have nicked one. I think it would have been wholly unfair had Italy got a draw last night, I have to say. They've got Croatia in the last game, but they've got to improve massively if they're going to play a part in this tournament. But I still think it's going to be one of them three. They are a fly in the ointment. I think that could be some fantastic matches though if they play Germany, and if they were to knock out Germany and play Portugal. But this lot seems I just think they're going to walk their way to the final. Sorry, I do. Right, let's have a look at these matches. And I think there's some cracking value over the weekend. I'm not saying you got to go in with them all, and there's one that I'm really wary of, and I'll come to that. Right, Georgia Czechs 11-24-65. I can't believe the rating we've got here. We see the Czechs at 8-15. They're 4-5. That is absolutely huge at that figure. It really, really is. I thought the performance against the other night, against Portugal the other night, can be marked up. I don't think this lot offer any remote threat that Portugal do, and well, we've got a bet in the game. I'll come to it. Turkey Portugal 16-22-62. I think the prices are probably about right. Portugal should win the game, but I thought Turkey looked halfway decent. And when you see games like Turkey, George, you automatically turn your nose up, don't you? But they're often the best ones, and it's like the other day, I didn't fancy watching, what was it, Romania, Ukraine? Brilliant. What a performance from Romania. That's why you've got to watch them all. And then you often find somebody like France, Germany is a right stinker and ends up going to penalties and is 0-0. You do, it's how it works sometimes. As I say, I think Portugal will win, not for me. Belgium, Romania, 58-23-19. I think they're far too short. Particularly what we saw the other night. I was less than impressed. I wouldn't touch it. I think they'll probably win. Romania weren't, overly bad against Ukraine, and 2 points in them at 19%. I mean, it's the sort of thing that I would bet. You don't have to, but 2 points at 19% is sort of in line with, more than in line with my figures. 13-2, about 9-2 shots, but obviously there's an 81% chance it's going to lose. It's up to you. Scotland, Hungary, 26-26-48. We think they should be a heck of a lot shorter than the 6-4 they are, based on what we've seen so far. Scotland, I don't know. I think the Swiss should have done them personally. I might be wrong, but I think Hungary will beat them, and there's 0.4 in them at 48%. Switzerland, Germany, 17-23-60. We see them at 4-6. They're 3-4. There's 0.09 in it. One word of caution: they're already through. Do they need to push the boat out? No. It's just a question of Nagelsmann's ego. Does he swap the side and not care about the result? Does he want to finish top of the group? Or what? Well, they're going to finish top of the group, but it's all sort of, how do you see it? It's not one I would do when a team's already through. I'd want more. I would want more than that for my money. And a normal course of events, I would back that 60%. you're getting almost 10. You're getting almost a tenth of a point extra. It's not the best, but when the rating's that high, they should win. I mean, I think the Czechs, Portugal, Belgium, Hungary, Germany, the ratings, I mean, one of them probably will let you down, but I do expect them all of those to win. There's some bets, we'll have a look. Right, Czechs to beat Georgia. All these bets are with Betfred. Go and take some money off the bold sod. 3 point maximum, 4-5. Hungary to beat Scotland, 2 points at 6-4. And I'm going to have a 1 point win. Well, not a 1 point win, just a 1 point double on the Czechs and Hungary. That's 7-2, all with Betfred. I can only see one result here, and figures suggest it. Hungary, I think they're a better side than Scotland, and I think they'll win. And I just think when the chips are down, whoever wins this, I mean, it's like tomorrow. The Czechs know they have to win. If they don't win tomorrow, they're going home. If they beat Georgia, they'll finish third and go through to the knockout stages. So they have to win. Hungary, again, Hungary beat Scotland. They'll win. They'll go through. So Scotland could go through if they beat Hungary, but I don't think they will. But those are my bets for the weekend. 3 point win maximum, Czechs to beat Georgia. 2 points on Hungary to beat Scotland, and a 1 point double on Czech Republic and Hungary. Tonight's game, France against Holland. Mbappe starting on the bench. I can't see many goals, to be honest. If I was going to play this tonight, I would go under 2.5 goals. I've not even looked at the price of that, but because it's just not a game for me to be betting in. France at the price is a tempter, I have to say, but I just don't know where the goals are going to come from for either side, if I'm honest. But that probably means it's going to be a 7-goal barnstormer. But yeah, if I had to play here, I would go under 2.5 goals. But I'm not. I'm going to watch it in a minute and enjoy it. Fingers crossed for the weekend. I'll be back Sunday night.